Hey Kia Cuties, welcome back. My name is Kia, and on this channel I focus on beauty, business, and lifestyle. And today we're going to talk about some lifestyle stuff. Welcome to my series of herbs. This is a series that's all about herbs. Talking about herbs. And today we're going to start with the herb nettle. So I don't know if you all have heard of nettles, but nettles have a lot of good uses for women, for our bodies, internally, externally, and also physically, spiritually, if you know what I mean. Come on. I got a song in my heart, and I started singing a few days ago. There's a leak in this old building, and my soul says it's got to move. Come on, y'all, it's got to move. So there's a leak in this old building, and my soul said it's got to move. Nettle relates because nettle is a carnivorous plant, and what I mean by that is it removes things that you don't want. This is one of my jars of nettles. It looks dried out. Carnivorous. So that's some nettle. Let's start with the root of nettle, the root property. The gender is masculine. The element is fire. The deity is Thor. That's no surprise. You know, Thor is very powerful at removing. You know, he has lightning. And well, I have a theory about Thor, but Thor is from Greek mythology. But if we're talking about the Yoruba and African deities, we would be thinking about more so Shango. So keep that in mind, you know. But I'm just going, these are the facts. These are in books. It says Thor, but we know that Thor is just the white version of Shango, per se. You know, they're both gods of lightning and thunder and whatnot, and I personally identify more with Shango.
Oshun was Shango's favorite wife, okay?
The planet is Mars, so it's good to know like the background of herbs that you work with, because again, herbs are spirits. Herbs are spirits that God put on the earth for us to use and consume, and I appreciate all herbs, even the ones that are poisonous, that have their purposes. Like some of the powers of nettle are exorcism. It's one of the herbs that you can use to exorcise demons or whatever you want out of you, out of your home. Most spiritual people got some nettle. Y'all see I got me some nettle. My jar is still filled up. I got it from one of my local botanicals, you know, spiritual shops, because they literally have any type of herb you need. So I needed some nettle, and I got some. It can also be used for protection, which is my favorite uses of nettle are protection and exorcism. Protection and exorcism. Just think of it like, you know how people look at sage? You know, nettle kind of does that, but nettle, I don't want to say more powerful. I don't want to disrespect sage, but sage is not one of my favorite herbs, y'all. I promise you. Like, I burn sage like maybe twice a year. Maybe twice a year. Like, and that's saying a lot. Like, it's so many other herbs you can use. You can actually burn it on a charcoal disc. You can use it in your spiritual baths. Like, it's so much you can do with nettle. Of course, I'm going to give y'all something on here, but also for my more spiritual and magical uses, I want y'all to go to my Patreon, because I'm not going to put everything on my YouTube channel like I used to do, because basically I do give a lot for free, and I had to.
So basically what I was saying is you can subscribe to my Patreon. I have like 2 different levels. It's extremely affordable. Or if you want the free info, you can just watch the YouTube videos or go over to my TikTok. It's a lot of free stuff on TikTok.
I think I'm talking too much. Let's get down to the spiritual uses. Well, the magical use. Let's go on to some of the benefits, and then we're going to save the spiritual and magical uses for last. It was originally named after the word needles by the Anglo-Saxons. It's actually called stinging nettle, because if you pick it like off the ground, it will kind of sting your fingers, so just, you know, be on the lookout for that. They also made fabric from nettles like way years ago. It's rich in vitamins D, C, and A. It also has nutrients such as iron, calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium. It's also great for your scalp, like it moisturizes and also stimulates your scalp, so it's great for hair growth. It's great for, like, some recipes use in like shampoos and hair conditioners and hair masks, believe it or not. And well, my favorite use of it is for the women's body. If you notice, if you look at the ingredients of a lot of business owners, they use, particularly women of color, we use it in our yoni oils. It's used a lot in yoni oils and yoni soaps. And actually, my newer version of my yoni soap, you know, the kitty bar, I have nettle in it as one of my ingredients because it's very good for your outer and inner, just everything. It's carnivorous. Remember the song I sang in the beginning? There's a leak in this old building, and my soul said it's got to move. Come on, y'all, it's got to move. Like, I associate nettle with that song because it just destroys and get rid of everything that you don't want. It's also great for eczema, so you can use it topically in some of your products. You can also just experiment, y'all. Maybe I said it because I'm kind of like a scientist. Huh? Go ahead. The thing is that it decreases menstruation in women that, you know, like if you men, step away from women, like if you can't stop bleeding, if you have any problems, it helps to stop the menstruation, like it does that. But it's not for pregnant women. I will say that pregnant women do not need to consume or use nettle, as most people know. But it is great for lactating moms. It helps with the production of milk. Also lowers blood sugar levels. Now, I must say this as a disclaimer, but do not use my advice as your medical advice. Still check in with your doctor or your nurses, you know, if you do that type of thing. I know some people, they don't have doctors, they have doulas and, you know, master herbalists, if I say so myself, you know. So if you, but you know what I'm saying, if you want medical advice, you know, if you have some type of, if you're on medications, definitely check in with your doctor before you think about using nettle internally or externally. But I'm giving advice to people who want to learn more, but also make sure you do your research, because obviously I can't say everything in this one video. It will take forever because every herb has so many uses, and I don't want to make this video extra long. Okay, I'm trying to keep it kind of short. Now, let's go on to the spiritual and magical uses. Y'all know, for my spiritual babies, y'all already know these herbs are, you know, multidimensional. Like us, I'm a multidimensional being. Okay, so one of the magical uses is, y'all know I got my notes and stuff. Protective powers have long been used in magic for years and years. It's a very protective and carnivorous herb. As I keep on saying, just think about the song. There's a leak in this old building, and my soul says it's got to move. Hey, you want to join me in my video? You want to help me teach?
Hey, that supposed to be snow with your onion?
Okay, so on this one, Jay, we're talking about nettle. Okay, we're talking about nettles. Okay, you can sprinkle it around the house. Well, I actually don't. Let me show y'all what I do. But you know, I got my books, and I got my books because I love to read. But one of the spiritual magic uses that you can sprinkle it around the house to get rid of negativity and to send it back. So my people that familiar with return to sender, you can use with your return to sender candles. You know, make them candles return to sender. Okay. It can also be used in purification baths. Let me tell y'all, purification, the spiritual baths, the cleansing baths, nettle. Add nettle to your ingredient. Nettle and hyssop. Nettle and hyssop. Nettle and hyssop. When you're trying to cleanse, get rid of negative energies, or if you feel like something latched onto you spiritually, or if you're being attacked spiritually, mentally, everybody has spiritual attacks, whether y'all know it or not. Sometimes when you're going through things, it's not even you, it's because somebody got an evil eye on you or coming after you. But this is not a spiritual video, pig. Calm down. Kia is my nickname, pig. People like to take these beautiful baths, like these pretty baths, like add a lot of roses, add a lot of lavender, which is good. Those are beauty baths or love baths when you want to become more attractive. But sometimes you gotta get things off of you first. You gotta get rid of stuff first. And if you're interested in those recipes, they on my Patreon, okay? And I'm gonna leave it at that. But also, I'm coming out with more spiritual products on my website. But for now, the only thing that I have that has nettle on it and in it is my yoni bars. But I'm gonna come out something specifically for my spiritual people with nettle. I don't have enough spiritual products on yet, but because I'm working on things. I've been working on things for like over a year now. I told y'all it was summer 22. I'm getting off track. It can be used as an amulet to keep negativity away. So you can actually use it as like an evil eye amulet. You know how we wear the evil eye? I don't have one of my necklaces with the eye on it, Not the eye of Horus, but y'all know the evil eye. Look it up. You can actually use nettle as that. So yes, you can actually wear herbs. You know how women wear the flowers in their hair? Me, I'm one of those. I usually wear sunflowers because that's my flower. That's me. I love sunflowers. So I usually wear a sunflower. I think I used to wear like other type of flowers like roses and like crustaceans, like things like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna give y'all one more little nugget, then we're gonna move on to something else. It can be used for lust as well. Some people use it as a lust inducing herb. But now I'm just giving y'all, these are the facts of the herb. Look it up and use it as you want. But I wouldn't use it for lust or love. That's just me. It's so many other herbs you can use for lust and love. We're going to do some episodes on those. Like damiana, catnip, of course, roses. Right, Jade?
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't use nettle for lust. Like, I would use it to just get rid of things.
Hey, Mommy, I want you to put some more flowers and be beautiful. I like a beautiful flower, like bee when it comes.
The bees are gonna come. They coming to our garden. I seen some bees yesterday, girl. Come on now.
I see a bee.
I attract bees everywhere I go. I'm a queen bee.
And I saw mosquitoes in the garden, and I tell you that, and you didn't hear me.
I'm sorry, Jay. I didn't hear you.
I was about to say that to you.
Well, I'm gonna stop right there because my daughter wants to have a conversation with me.
Yes.
But
and mosquitoes get in my leg and my arm and
if you're liking this series so far it's only episode 1. Yeah, this was episode 1 of using nettle in your workings and your spiritual life. Oh, also I forgot one thing. You can drink nettle tea also. I love tea. I add nettle. I said I was gonna stop. I add nettle to some of my teas, and it works good from the inside out. As I said, if you're cramping or if you won't stop bleeding, you can drink some. But I just drink nettle tea because it gives me a little, jazzy. I add it to like my regular teas. I add it in with the regular herbs and just mix it up with it, and I'll use it for what I need it for. But catch me on the next episode of my videos and uses of herbs, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Oh, don't forget, if you're liking this content and all my other content, like, subscribe, share if you care. And if you want to know some spiritual and more magical uses, go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon. Okay? Kia.